Good morning, lovelies, and welcome back to the channel. In this video today I'm going to be doing a full face of MCoBeauty makeup. For those of you in Australia, you already know that MCoBeauty is a Australian owned drugstore brand that you can find in Woolworths and Coles, as well as online in a whole bunch of different places. And you know that it's relatively well priced, and from what I've seen and from what I've used, it's pretty good quality as well. I've been pretty impressed with it. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Before we do though, if you enjoy this kind of thing, give this video a thumbs up, click that subscribe button down below, and don't forget to hit the bell to get notified when new videos pop up. And saying all of that, let's jump right on in to this video. I have already prepped my face, so I have moisturized and I have already sunscreened for the day. Something that I refuse to not do now that I'm over 40, and I wish I had done it from way earlier on, is my sunscreen. I have a lot of dark spots, dark patches, and these red things, which I think are actually genetic. I know that my grandmother had them, or has them, sorry, I should say. She's still going strong at 96. But I have got a lot of sun damage on my face from not wearing sunscreen back in the 80s and 90s, because I didn't listen to my mother, and I really wish I had. So if you're not wearing sunscreen, ladies, you really need to be wearing your sunscreen. So now that my face is prepped and ready to go, I'm actually going to zoom you in so we get some details. Okay, so I've got a few things here. Now I picked up two different primers. They were on sale. I got the Hydrating Face Primer Prep and Perfect, and I got the Skin Perfect Pore Minimizer. And I'm thinking I'm going to go with the pore minimizing one because it has more of a matte finish, and I've got very large pores, so that's going to be good, and I really need that blurring, smoothing effect. So let's do that. I would do like a half-half, but I gotta go to work and I don't want people looking at me funny. So we're just gonna pick one, if I can open it. So, Skin Perfect Pore Minimizing Primer. Let's jump on in with this. Ooh. I probably used a bit too much, but it's a weird color. I've never seen a primer quite so yellow. Wow. Oh wow. Wow. That that feels so good. I hope it's gonna last all day. That actually, that goes on so beautifully. Oh my goodness. That feels incredible. And that's already having that blurring, mattifying effect. Oh, it feels so nice. Okay, that's a win for me so far. We'll see how it wears through the day. But I am already impressed with this. I love that. Wow. Wow. Okay, so we've done that. Now we're going to go in with the Instant Erase. No, we're not. What am I talking about? We're going to go in with some foundation, and I got the Ultra Stay Flawless Foundation in the shade. It's a 20, wears up to 24 hours. Who wears makeup for 24 hours? That's what I want to know, because if I go 10 hours or 12 hours, we're doing well. It's in the shade Natural Beige, and it is lightweight, long wear formula, refines pores, medium, a buildable medium to full coverage, which is what I'm looking for today. So it looks like so in the package. Oh, and just so you know, MCoBeauty is vegan and cruelty free, not tested on animals. It's also gluten free. I'm not entirely sure why makeup needs to be gluten free, because you don't eat it. I don't know. If you know why makeup has to be gluten-free, then let me know in the comments, because I'm not sure. So this is the Ultra Stay Flawless Foundation, natural buildable coverage. It says that it's medium to full coverage, and I've got it in the shade Natural Beige, and it comes with this nice little pump on the top here, and I'm going to pump it on my hand first, and just, ooh, it's a bit runny. But we'll see. I'm not sure if this is my shade. They had no test. They don't have testers in Woolworths. So, you know, I'm going to use a brush to start with because I want that full coverage. I don't think that shade is too bad. Look, as long as it covers the red on my face, I'm happy. You can always fix a bad shade with concealer and bronzer and blush and all that. Okay, yeah, I can see I'm going to have to build on it. I haven't done this side yet, and I have done this side, and I don't think the shade match is too bad. I think I did pretty good with that. I'm going to have to definitely use more. It's quite a runny formula. It's not a thick one like some of the other foundations that I have. Down the neck, because I have no tan yet. It's only the beginning, well, it's the end of spring. It's not even the beginning of summer yet, but it certainly feels like the beginning of summer. It's really hot. I mean, we're close. We're close to summer. Okay, so that is one, I hate saying one coat. It's one coat. It sounds like I'm using paint on myself. That's one layer. That's not too bad. I'd say that's a good medium coverage. That red dot is not red anymore, but I can still see I've got a pimple up here that is not covered as well, and down here. So I'm going to try and build it up a bit more and see just how much we can go without caking up. It doesn't like my chin. I might have to go in with a sponge just to finish everything off. I'm using a lot here. I feel like to get full coverage, I'm having to use quite a lot of product, which I'm hoping doesn't mean I'm going to... It's not too heavy feeling. It's meant to be lightweight, and it's not too bad. Yeah, I think I'm getting that full coverage. My hair is getting in the way though, and I am going to have to finish blending in with a sponge, I think, because it's leaving brush marks. I don't know if you can, especially on my chin and on my nose. It's leaving brush marks, so I'm going to go in with my sponge and just smooth it all out. That's better. I probably went a bit too heavy-handed with it, but oh well. I'll be flawless today, I suppose. Just as long as it doesn't get all super cakey on me, I suppose it'll be fine. Okay. Alright, I think that was a really good shade colour, a shade match, to be honest. I'll be interested to see how the wear on that goes. I'll put that in the description box down below. At the end, when I go to edit this, I will let you know what the wear is like. I'll do a full wear test today. I do have to go to work, so it'll get a workout. It's also very hot at the moment, so we'll see how it is with sweat and heat and all of that. Okay, now we're going to jump in with some concealer. I've got the Instant Erase Concealer. It is a hydrating formula, covers imperfections, instantly brightens and corrects, and it's one of these very similar to the L'Oreal Paris ones with the sponge on the top. This is what she looks like, and I got her in the shade Light. I feel like the other shade they had, which I can't remember what it was probably a bit too dark looking, so you just wind her up until we get some product in there. Am I winding the right way? Yes. Yeah, Mom. There we go, starting to come out. Alrighty, let's just go right on in there. Come on. Considering I had to pick without being able to test, I think I've done pretty well so far. On the nose, up the bridge, on the forehead, Cupid's bow, and down here. This one feels nice and light as well so far. I feel like it's already starting to sink into the skin quite quickly. Even though I've only just put it on, it looks like it's already just sinking in. I'm going to go in with my sponge. What is that? Oh, it's a hair from my brush. How rude of it. I always have trouble getting the coverage on the tip of my nose and on my chin and keeping it on during the day. It's where I end up missing it. That blends in beautifully. Look at that. I'm really impressed. So I know that you can get some of these products from other drugstore brands quite a fair bit cheaper than the MCoBeauty, but I have to say the quality that I'm seeing at the moment of just these 3 products is worth that little bit extra to pay for these, because that's pretty good. Now I don't have an eye primer, and I'm not going to cheat. I'm not going to use an eye primer. I'm just going to use a little bit more of this on my lids as a primer. I'm not going to be a cheater. I'm not a cheater. I think it will work quite nicely. There we go. That's really nice. I'm really impressed with that. Okay, and to set, I have got the Invisible Matte Long Lasting Pressed Powder, Invisible Flawless Finish. It absorbs excess oil, natural buildable velvet matte texture, and minimizes the appearance of pores. Anything that says minimizes the appearance of pores, shut up and take my money, because my pores are huge and I hate them. And I got the translucent, and it is shine free finish for up to 8 hours. Alright, this is what she looks like. She's translucent. It is a pressed powder. I normally use loose powders, but we're gonna do this. So I'm going to use a flat brush just to set the T-zone. This is dried down quite well, so I'm literally only setting the T-zone today. I don't want creasing. I'll get creasing anyway, especially under here. I'm quite new to the whole makeup on YouTube thing, obviously. If you have a look at my channel, you'll realize I am quite new to it. I am not a makeup artist at all. I'm a high school teacher, but I just really, really enjoy makeup. And I really, really enjoy finding bargains and finding things that work just as good as high-end, but without that price tag, and I love sharing it with people. So just that disclaimer, I am not a makeup artist. Everything that I know how to do makeup wise, I literally learned from YouTube, everybody. You can literally learn anything on YouTube. Anything. Most things I've learned from YouTube. So that is set. T-zone is set. What are we going to do next? We're going to jump in with some bronzer. I've been using this for a while. I quite like it. It is the Silky Smooth Bronzer. They just come in one colour, and it is one of these ones where they open up and there is a mirror inside and a little brush, but who uses the brush? No one. No one ever uses the brush. So we're going to jump in with this bronzer here. I really do like this one. It goes on really easily and it's super blendable. And look at that, it's just pretty. It's the only one they seem to have. It didn't have a shade name on it at all. It just says bronzer. So it's, I would say it's probably a fairly universal shade. If you don't want it to be too dark, you just don't go heavy-handed. Some days I want to look bronzed and some days I don't. So in the days that I don't, I don't go as heavy-handed as I'm going to. Today I want to look bronzed, so I'm going to be heavy-handed today. I do also own the bronzing, the liquid bronzer wand, as well as the liquid highlighter wand, but to be honest, not a huge fan of those. I much prefer the MCoBeauty powder bronzer. Look at that. Suddenly I'm alive. I'm no longer looking dead. Very nice. Now, the only cheek product that I own, because I haven't been able to really find a cheek powder at my local Woolies, is I have the cheek and lip tint. And this is also what I'm going to be using for my lips, because other than lip balms and lip glosses, they don't really have lip colours. Now I have used this. This is in the shade Rose Glow. I'm not a massive fan of this shade, but it's what I have. So we're going to go in. Do I put it on the brush or do I just go in? I'm just going to go in. I'm going to be brave. Let's do it. I'm just going to, I mean, it's a pretty colour. I just don't, I just don't know. Oh no, that's not the one I want. This one, I want my broken one. This one's the one I use for, see, some of these things you've got to be careful, like if you use too much, then it's like, oh my gosh. And then if you, this one, it's not enough and it's like, it's barely there. See, that's very, it's very pink. I don't normally go quite so pink. It's also very shiny. I don't know if I like this. I know that I don't like this. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I might have to cheat. I don't. I'm not a. I'm really not a fan of this. It's really. It's got shimmer in it. I'm sure it's got shimmer in it. Look how shiny it is. Ah. Oh well, we started something. We got to finish it. I'm not a fan of this one. It's gluggy and it's sparkly and it's it doesn't go with the matte finish I was after. But we're not going to cheat. We're just going to do. We're going to do. We're going to make it work. Oh. I'm really not a fan. I'm almost thinking of just using the bronzer as a blush. I wonder if I can... Let's use some of the translucent powder to kind of tone it down a little bit. Except I'm going to go in with a brush this time. Let's see if we can de-shininate it. Like, I expect my highlighter to be shiny, but not this. I'm really not. I'm not impressed with that at all. Okay, I don't like that one. I don't like this. I just don't. I don't know, I just don't like it. I'm going to go in with bronzer and use the bronzer over the top and use that instead. I don't like it. But I'm not going to cheat. I'm not a cheater. Whatever. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. And whatever. Okay, we're going to ignore this cheek catastrophe and we're going to jump in with the Silky Smooth highlighter. This is just called highlighter. It has no shade name and it's the same as the bronzer. It opens up and it's got a brush that we don't use, but it's very pretty. This is what I like to be shiny, not my... Okay, going in with this brush here, and I'm going to just very gently go over the top. See, that's nice. That I like, and I have been using this for a while. I do like this one. Oh, I'm so disappointed with it. With the cheek stuff, but what can you do? What can you do? Nothing. You can do nothing. Okay. I feel like that's fixed it a little bit. Okay, so we're going for a natural look today by the looks. Right. Alright, I'm not going to do eyebrows, I'm just going to brush them. I did have them tattooed on, I have powder brows, and I feel like I don't need to do my brows as often anymore, which is great. I just comb them out now, although I do, when I go back for my follow-up, I am going to ask her to darken them up a bit. Okay, I feel like the bronzer and the highlight has fixed the blush disaster. We're going to move on to eyes, and I've got two MCoBeauty palettes. This one is Peachy Nudes, this one is Trend Collection. I have used this one before and I really like it. I have not used this one yet, but I feel like it's going to be way too bright. Way too bright, especially seeing as we're looking a bit more natural with that blush. I'm going to not use this one. I will go ahead and use this one. So I'm going to go, I've got a mess going on down here. I'm going to go in with this shade up the top. There are no shade names. These retail for $16 unless you can get them online. The other one I got online from Cosmetic Capital and I think it was on sale for less than $16. But $16 for a £9 palette is not too bad. This one has got 3 mattes and 6 shimmer shades. And it's very neutral, but obviously that's the way it's leading today. So I don't normally go for neutrals. I do love a pop of colour. I do like a bit to match my work outfits. I'm that teacher that's just a little bit extra with the makeup. And you know what? Only come to embrace that in the last sort of 3 months, that it's okay to be that person. I'm doing it for me, I'm not doing it for anyone else. I feel like it shows my personality, and my personality is a bit extra. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not an extrovert by nature. I am very much an introvert. However, in my 41 years, I have learnt to be able to turn the extrovert on and off. The only thing is I am like an introvert in that I need to I need to rest. So after a day at school, I'm exhausted. Being a teacher is seriously not a job for an introvert at all. But you know, it is what it is. Alright, so I've done that one for my transition shade. I'm thinking I'm just going to be, you know, I don't know, I want to use... We'll see. Alright, I'm going to jump into this middle shade here for the crease color. It is a very... This palette is super pigmented. I'm I've been very impressed with this palette. It is, look at that, wow. And I tapped that off. So it is super pigmented, and I get no fallout from the shades that I've used so far. So the mattes don't leave fallout, which is awesome. I've gone way too high up with that. That was meant to be a crease shade, but you know what? It is what it is now. I got distracted talking about introvert, extrovert. So yes, I can turn my extrovert on when I need to, but when I get home, don't talk to me. I need time to, see, that's more like what I was going for, but oh well. I need time to recharge after a big day, or after a party, or after a holiday with friends. I know my limits, and I know when I need to step back and say no to events, especially around Christmas time. There's just events all over the place, and you know, you're kind of obliged to go to all of these different events for all of your friends, for all of your family. And look, I can do it, but I do need to recharge after that. Going away with friends, I love going on holidays with my friends. We do it quite often with family friends, but they know that I need a space. So if it's been a few days and I'm struggling and I just disappear, they know why, and they just leave me be, because they know that I need to recharge so that I can continue having fun later without crashing and burning. So yes, I can turn it on and I can turn it off however I want. I'm going to get a smaller brush. I'm going to jump into the deepest shade in the palette, and I'm going to pop that on the corner here. I feel like I want to try some of the shimmer shades that I haven't tried yet, but I'm scared. I've only tried one shimmer shade, and that was for a very natural look. Now I've already gone too hard with that middle shade, so all I'm doing here is I'm taking a clean brush and I'm just blending it and trying to make it look somewhat less patchy, because blending is hard and I'm not a makeup artist and no one's actually ever taught me, and I learned from YouTube. So I do what works, and you know what? That's the only thing you can do. You do what works for you, and that goes for everything in life, not just with your makeup. And you do what works. Same with raising kids. I've got 2 daughters. They're now teenagers. One's about to finish, well, she'll be finishing school next year. The other one is in grade 8 currently. And in terms of raising them, all the things that people told me to do, to not do, you know what? You got to do what works for you, and you can't allow yourself to feel guilty about it. Okay, for now, I'm going to leave it at that for that dark shade. I'm going to take a flat brush, and I'm going to go into the darkest shimmer shade right here that I have not used yet. These are very creamy. They're very pretty. I'm going to press that into the corner. And just, ooh, I like that. I haven't used that one yet. That's pretty. I'm going to press that into the corner there. I don't know. I'm one of those extra people who I can't not do a shimmer, even on an everyday look. I need shimmer in my life. Alrighty. Yes. 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 I think so. Okay. I'm going to take a different flat brush, one that is now not got the darkest shade on it, and I'm going to do my lid. I'm going to go in with this shimmer down the bottom here. And I'm going to press it in over the whole lid. And I'm going to bring it up a little bit to kind of match up here with the transition shades that I've got up there. I know it looks like I've got lines at the moment. We will blend it shortly. Let's just get it on there. Yeah, so in terms of being an extrovert or an introvert, I don't know what all the INJFs and all of those things, I've seen them but I don't understand them. I haven't really taken the time to look into those, but let me know in the comments. Are you an extrovert? Are you an introvert? Are you like me where you're really an introvert but you can turn the extrovert on and off as needed? Let me know. I'd love to know if other people are like me and can do that, because I haven't met a lot of people who can. Alrighty, I feel like I need something in the middle. Let's go with, do I go gold or do I go that pinky color? I think we're going to go gold, so we're going to go with this shade right here. And yes, before you say I say here funny, I am actually South African born. I was born in South Africa, in Durban, and no, I don't have much of an accent other than here. And we moved to Australia as a whole family when I was 17. So I had to finish my last year of school here. And that is the school I work at, and that is the school my children go to as well. I love that school. If you've ever had to move schools for your last year of school, you know that can be very daunting. Never mind moving entire countries to a place where you don't know anybody. We literally have no extended family here. So it was a massive step, a massive step for our family to up and move to Australia, and I will forever be grateful to my parents for doing that. They were amazing. They suffered a lot to be able to bring us here and to send us to the school that we did manage to get to go to. There we go. Look at that, pretty. I'm going to then, we're finished with this one now, I'm going to go in with the highlighter one more time just on the inner corner and the brow bone. Let me find an appropriate brush to use. Let's just use this one. So yes, we moved over here when I was 17 and I had to do my final year of school, of high school, in a country with people I did not know. And you know what? I survived and I loved it, even as an introvert. And that is why my kids go to that school now. Okie dokie. I feel like we're coming together. Now, I do have a liner here, but I'm not sure I want to do a liner with this. I was going to do wings, but I don't think I will. I do have the winged liner, but I think I'm going to actually give it a go because I feel like I'm doing a good job of the whole, I don't know, natural look, which I think we'll stick with. So what I will do though is I will go in with my this one, which is a creamy coloured one for my waterline, because I like to highlight the waterline. It makes my eyes look bigger. Well, I think it makes my eyes look bigger. I mean, I could be wrong and everyone could be going, you're an idiot. But we're gonna go in there and make the eyes pop. It gives that porcelain doll look. I don't know. I'm addicted to it. I feel like I want some kind of liner, but the black liner is just going to be too much. Let me think. I think I'll go back in with that the deepest shade in the palette with a tiny brush, and I will, the tiny brush or with a liner brush? Do I have a liner brush. I do. I might go in with a liner brush and this darkest shade and do a little bit of an eyeliner. Just stamp it in. Oops. Oh well. Just to give that little bit of, look at the difference, a little bit of definition, but it's still all matchy. Do I wing it? Do I do a wing? Do I want to? I don't know. Let's brave it. Okay. We're doing a tiny baby wing. We're just gonna do a tiny baby wing, a very pale one. It's just there. Just a baby. Yes, much better. Okay, I'm going to do the other side and then I will be right back. Okay, that looks much better. So, if in doubt, if you don't have an eyeliner that's going to work for you, work with the palette. Actually, to be perfectly honest, it's way easier to do it that way. I find I usually mess up liquid eyeliner. So, anyway, I like that. I like that a lot. So we are now going to go in with the lashes, and I got the Extend Lash Tubing Mascara. So it is water resistant, you don't get panda eyes, slides off with water, and is perfect for sensitive eyes, which is great because my eyes, I wear contact lenses, which means that if anything gets in my eyes, it's super painful. So here's what she looks like. Extend Lash, this is just in the shade black. I don't think I've used a proper tubing mascara before, so I'm very interested to see how this goes today. So let's go in there. Also, if anyone can tell me how to curl my lashes. I have very long lashes, but they are very straight. And I have tried curling them. I have used my lash curler, I have tried heating it up, I have tried sitting there and holding them up, I've tried the hairdryer from underneath, I've tried everything, and you know what? I can't get them to curl. Any tips would be great. Am I not sitting there with the curler on them for long enough? Is that the problem? Am I getting impatient and letting it go too soon? This applies so smooth. I was expecting this to be quite chunky, but it is really nice. It just applies so easily. I am making a mess, but if you're not making a mess, are you doing it properly? Wow. I was really expecting that to be super clumpy, but it's actually separating the lashes out quite well. I'm liking this. I'm liking it a lot. I've always avoided tubing mascaras because I thought that they would be crazy clumpy, but it's not. And I'm always looking for mascara that really makes things volumized or lengthened, because I hate wearing false lashes. They irritate my eyes and they irritate the contacts, which irritates my eyes even more. And that's not even using a primer. I usually use a lash primer, but that's really impressive. I'm actually quite impressed with that. Bottom lashes, because I don't feel complete without them. And I'm going to have to go up and clean the mess that I've just made. This is really good. I really like this. Okay. Alright, eyes are done. So what have we got left? Lips. Now I have literally, this is the only product that I can use. It's lip and cheek, and already you saw on the cheeks. I didn't like it, it was very pink. And I have this MCoBeauty 2-in-1 lip treatment. I really don't want to use this. Like really. But I also don't want to cheat. Let's clean up the lips. I wonder if I can get away with just a gloss. I don't even have a lip liner. I couldn't find one. And I could find lip glosses, but I really wanted a lip colour. Alright, looks like we're going in. I'm going to go in with my finger though. And I'm just going to put the tiniest tint on. It's so bright. It's so bright. It just doesn't work with the eye look. I don't like it. I don't like it. Out of all the products so far, this is the one thing I don't like. I've liked everything else. Like everything else has been incredible, but not that. I don't like it. Alright, I'm going to jump in with this one, the 2-in-1 lip treatment. It has got these weird little ball things on there, and I find, oh no, last time I just couldn't get this stuff out. I don't understand this, to be perfectly honest. Whoa, I'm just, no, oh no, I've wrecked it. The whole top's come off and the balls as well. I'm going to have to, that's way too much. Not impressed. That has come off. Okay. It feels nice, but honestly, this packaging, what the heck with the balls on the top, and you can't get it out, and you squeeze too hard and the whole top comes out and the balls come out as well. These two, not a huge fan. Everything else, amazing. These two, not so good. I don't know. I think that's okay. Alright, I'm going to set that. I don't have anything from MCoBeauty for setting. I am just going to use my infallible mattifying setting spray. And just plaster it on there. And I'm going to just use a sponge and just, nope, not that one. This one is softer. And just dry it off. Alright you guys, that is it. A full face of MCoBeauty makeup. I will pop everything that I have used today in the description box below so that you know exactly what products I did use. So if you want to recreate this look, you can go ahead and do that. Again, not a fan of these two products, the lip and cheek tint and the 2-in-1 lip treatment. I think the product is really good, but trying to get it out of this was a total disaster. So they need to rethink their packaging on that one, because the product's nice, but the packaging is trash. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead, give the video a thumbs up and click the subscribe button down below, as well as the bell next to it, so you get notified when new videos pop up. And don't forget to go and check out my other videos. I've got lots of silent, no talking videos where I just do my makeup in the morning, all sped up, and I've got some unboxing videos, that kind of thing. I have got some review videos coming up as well for some products that are new to me, so keep an eye out for those. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of what's on my channel and have the most fabulous day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!